Dare I search? I keep getting wandering monsters when I do, but let's do it. Wandering monster! Oh my gosh! Come on! Oh boy. Alright, let's see what kind of monster. It's a vermin, I think. I think that's what a 2 is. I better double check. Yeah. Vermin. So a 5, which I just have one vermin card left, so we'll just encounter this. The giant centipedes. Okay. So let's see. Oh wait, no, that last one was a minion. So this one's a vermin. I should put it on the map too. Giant centipedes. So did the dwarf get the bonus last time because they were regular centipedes and he could hack them more easily because he's closer to the ground? I don't know. I don't know what. Still don't know what the reasoning was there, but you know, I was happy to have it. Centipedes. All right, what are we looking at here? These guys are level 7. And there's 3 of them. This should go by pretty fast. 1, 2, 3. Any character wounded by a giant centipede must save versus level 2 poison or lose 1 additional life. And I don't think they... How many are there? There's 3. So there's a 50-50 chance that they would flee because I do outnumber them, and on a result of 2 to 3, if I test reactions, they'll flee. But I don't get any treasure from fighting these guys. Oh, but I can't test reactions. This is a wandering monster. They got the jump on me. Crap. Okay. So they're just going to attack, and they'll start, of course, with the dudes in my front row. So I will have 2 of them attack the rogue, of course. The rogue successfully defends both attacks. 1 coming at the wizard, who does not successfully defend. So, yeah, there goes 1 health point from him. Down to 5 now. And yeah, we're in a room. It's worth it. I'm going to swap positioning. Okay, centipedes get another round. We'll do... They can spread out now, so they'll do everyone but the wizard. So first the dwarf, I almost called him the barbarian because he's my designated fighter. But the dwarf does defend. 6, 7, 8, 9, yep. Oh, critical fail for the cleric. So he is going to lose 1. And he's been... Oh, I forgot to do the poison thing for the wizard. Didn't he get hit? Yeah, I need to do the poison. I need to try and save poison for the wizard. He did save. Cleric. He also saved. Okay. So that's the damage for the cleric. Now we're going to roll an attack against the rogue, who does not defend, so he's going to lose 1 point. That'll take him down to 1. And now he might... he's got 1 healing potion, thank goodness, because he might be taken out by this poison. Yeah, he is, so he's got to drink that. That'll bring him up to his max of 7. But now I'm suddenly low on healing potions in a way I do not like. My dwarf has an extra one, but he's suspicious because he's going crazy. So he can't give his healing potion to someone else. He's got 2, the cleric has 1, but Elderast and the rogue are out of healing potions now. So going into the last boss fight could be some real trouble. Anyway, back to the hero's turns now. They got to take these guys out. Okay, exploding 6 for the dwarf, plus 5, plus another 6, 17, 7, 14. That's not going to take out all 3, but it takes out 2 for sure. And do they test morale? They do. They run away. Great. No treasure. That sucks. That's why they're vermin. Ugh. All right. So that was the giant centipedes. Do I want to... yeah, you know what? I will at least start rolling to travel back through these rooms. If we run into a wandering monster, I'll set up the encounter, but I won't start it, and we'll leave off there, I think. So let's stay in our reverse formation, because we're going to backtrack now. Big time, I think. I think there's only one room left to go, and it could be our final boss encounter if we get there. So we are right here, and we're just going to start a journey. Yes, I'm wrapping it up. That was my alarm to remind me. Start a journey of wandering monster checks. Okay, none there. Now we check here. Nope. And check here. Nope. Check here. On a pretty good run. Yep, we're good. Check here. This is the last one we'll have to check before we change. No wandering monster. Okay, so let's change our formation and prepare to go into what may be... I don't know, it's pretty wide open space there to generate a room in. Let me adjust the camera so you guys can see a little bit better. But we're right here, and we've got all this space to work with in generating more rooms. So it could be the last room, or it could be the start of just more building out for a while. We'll see. Let's roll for the room shape. It's going to be 16, which does not dead end. We're looking at this shape right here. So I think we'll do like this. 1, 2, then down. 1, 2, up, and then out 3. 1, 2, 3, and it opens. It ends in an open hallway there. So let's roll for contents. It's an 8, which means we're going to roll D4 for possible room details, none. And then we're going to roll a D6 on the minions table, which results in a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we are fighting the Chaos Slayers again. And so I will set up that encounter here. Let's see here. You gonna stand up there, card? There we go. All right. That's pretty good. So I'll make a note of where the party is. And we are ready to start this encounter, but I will leave it here for today and pick this up again tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Arizona time. Okay, good morning. On this final day of Solo Tabletop Dungeon Fest, and we are picking up right where we left off in 4 Against Darkness. We are probably arriving at the last few rooms. It really depends on what happens after this room. If we end up getting room pieces that split off and really fill up this whole area, we could be spending a little while more in this dungeon, or at any moment we could be running into the final room and facing the final boss. It really just kind of depends on the roll of dice as we generate rooms. But this is where we currently are, and we left off having just run into a group of Chaos Slayers. And let's see, did we determine their numbers yet? No, we hadn't. So we got to do that. They are level 9 Chaos Slayers. And these guys are minions. They're my second group of minions since I started recounting up to 10. How many of them are there? Hopefully not. Okay, yeah. It's more than I would have wanted. 6 of them. And let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, my tracking sheet is all set to go. Let's get a refresher on what these guys are all about. Chaos Slayers hate any character carrying potions or scrolls. Right now, my rogue is the only one not carrying either of those. So he hates all the others. Let's see here. Due to a divine curse, they attack halflings only, blah, blah, blah. I don't have any halflings in the party, so that's not relevant. Blows from their serrated blades inflict a tier +1 damage. In this case, it would be 1 + 1 or 2. So their serrated blades inflict 2 damage instead of just 1 damage on a defense roll of 1 or 2. So I'll have to try and keep that in mind. As far as its reactions, there's only a 2 in 6 chance that I can ignore this or he'll ignore me. So I'm just going to fight him. We get the first move that way, and that sounds like a good idea right about now. So right now, on this round, Rogue and Wizard just putting their stuff down, getting ready for the fight. So it's just the Dwarf and the Cleric on this first round. Dwarf attacking first. 8, which is not going to be enough because they're level 9. Ugh, dang it. Okay. Cleric. How are we doing on health? Okay, Dwarf is 7, Cleric is 5, Rogue is 7, and Wizard is 5. Unless any of those got knocked around overnight, they should be accurate. Man, when I was setting up the stream this morning, my PC did an update for Windows or something last night, and I started up to get the stream ready this morning, and all of my normal bookmarks were like, my gosh, these look like bookmarks I had from a year ago. What the crap happened here? So I don't know. I got everything up and running, but once the stream is over, I'm going to have to dig back in, maybe roll back my PC before that update or something to figure out what's going on, because things look different. I was having to relog into a bunch of stuff. I was like, I have no idea what's going on with my internet browser right now. All right. Cleric attacks. That's not going to do it. Okay, so now it's the Chaos Slayers. This first round, because we're in a room, they do have to attack members in the front row, but then they can spread out and do their thing everywhere. And we got 6 of these guys, which means it's going to be 3 on each. Starting with the Dwarf. Oh, crap. He did get... oh, hang on. Is it defense? What does that mean? Let's see here. It says blows from their serrated blades inflict 2 damage instead of just 1 damage on a defense roll of 1 or 2. I'm going to assume that means after modification, rather than just the straight roll. So okay, because one of these rolls was a 2, but he gets a +3 on all of his defense rolls. That's not going to block that damage. He'll still take that damage. In fact, he'll take damage from at least 2. He got a 6 that explodes. So yeah, plenty. So he just takes the 2 damage. Let's see here. So the Dwarf is down to 5 now. Okay, Cleric, here we go. Oh my gosh. He takes it all. He takes all 3. Man, that's nasty. Jeez Louise. So he's down to 2 right now. You got some serious healing that needs to happen. Alright, so we are back to the hero's turns. I probably will have my Cleric cast his final healing spell, maybe on himself. That could be worth it. How many healing? Does he have any healing potions? He's only got 1 healing potion. I feel like we still haven't faced the boss yet. I'm getting a little nervous here of if we're going to have what we need to really face the final boss. So we are going to have the Dwarf attack. Yeah, no, just attack. Here we go. Oh, crappy roll. So 6, 7, 8, that's not going to do anything. Dang it. Okay, Cleric, let's go ahead and use that last healing spell on yourself. 4 of us. So he gets 7 back, brings him up to 9, which is actually more than his max. So it brings him to his max of 8. Alright, that was pretty good. Only 1 point wasted on that use of the healing spell. And now we're just down to healing potions. The Dwarf has 2, but he can't give any to anybody else because they all have a touch of madness, so they're suspicious of each other. The cleric has 1 healing potion. The rogue has none. So the rogue is just dealing with whatever crap he's dealing with. They do, all of them except for the dwarf have 1 bandage they haven't used, and that can restore 1 lost health point. So that's something. And Elderast has... Oh, Elderast also has no healing potions, but he's got 1 bandage. So I really need to play conservatively from this point forward as far as the back row guys are concerned, because they got nothing to heal themselves with, and no way to get healing from elsewhere. So, okay. I think we just had the 2... Did we have... Yeah, we had the dwarf... The cleric just healed himself. That's what it was. Okay, so the rogue is ready to try and attack from the back row. He's at a -1. Rolls a 5, 4... Yeah, that's not going to do anything. All right, Elderast. I think we need spells for these guys. And we're out of... Oh, let's see. I've got a sleep scroll. I don't know if I want to use that just yet. I've got a sleep wand. Maybe I should use that sleep wand. Do these guys have any resistance against sleep? They don't. So I'm going to take a crack at that, at the sleep spell. That could really work in my favor right now. Let me remind myself of how that works. Let's see. This spell works like an attack roll. It does not affect undead, dragons, and certain other monsters. The wizard adds his level to the roll. Sleep will defeat 1 boss or d6 plus level number of minions if it hits. So there's 2 rolls here. 1 to see if it hits, and then 1 to see how many it affects. So their level is 9. Ooh. Yes. Okay, great. I got a 10 total. So now I roll to see how many it affects. Come on now. Okay, 4 of them. That's good. That's actually pretty great. In fact, that is more than half of them, which means now they need to test morale. Whew. Okay, I gotta scratch off that charge of my sleep wand. So now my sleep wand only has 1 charge left, but I don't want to use that, because if I completely deplete its charges, it'll be destroyed, basically. I won't be able to pay the Mages Guild to recharge that sleep wand. But I do have a sleep scroll, which I'll lose when I cast anyway, so I've got that waiting in the wings for when I really need it. So that takes out 4 of the Chaos Slayers. Let's have the remaining 2 test morale. They fail, so they run away. Oh, thank goodness. My gosh. I do get to roll on the treasure table. Let's see here. Where's the... That's on page 34. Oh, nothing great. I rolled a 2. That's 2d6 gold. Alright. Just 7 gold. Brings my coin total up to 94. Been rolling low on that treasure table, I feel like. But, okay, so we are back into the map exploration now. Let me just move that up just a wee bit. So, where's my pencil? Here we go. So the party had been right here. And I want to make a note of what we fought there, actually. So let me do this. Chaos Slayers. Alright, so now we're going to see what's over here. 44. What shape are we looking at? Okay, we're looking at this weird shape right here. Let's see, I could have it curved down. There's not much room to curve down. I think I'll orient this other way. So we're just gonna go 1, 2, and then up 2, then over 3, and there's a door right here. Then down 2, over 1, down 2, over 2, up 1, there we go. Alright, so the party is right here in this room. Let's roll for contents. Let's see, it's an 11. Oh, wow. Okay, so we're going to roll on the boss table, but first we roll a d6 to see if maybe this is the final boss. Let's see, I need to remind myself how many bosses we've fought so far. 1, 2, just 3, I think. There's the statue was one of them. Yeah. Yep, so I'm going to add 3 to this roll, and if it's a 6 or higher, we fight the final boss. Oh, here we go. It's a 6. This is the final boss. So, we are facing the Chaos Lord. Who has been placed here by the cult of Ziktul to chaotically alter various creatures, living and dead, to serve the cult of Ziktul. Alright. And because he's the final boss, there are some things that are a little bit different about him. So let me see here. That's on page 43. So first up, he's the final boss. He is the Chaos Lord. The final boss has 1 additional life. So first let's take care of his level. His level is 10. Yikes. His life is normally 4, but instead it's going to be 5. I feel like I should be more afraid of that number in some way. It doesn't seem super huge, but we'll see what we're up against here. Okay. So he's got 5 life. 1 additional attack. Oh my gosh, that's where he's going to hurt me. He's got 4 attacks. That's brutal. That's brutal. And let's see here. I also have to remember that. 1 additional attack, and will automatically fight to the death. So there's, no checking morale. The gold piece treasure of the final boss is tripled or increased to 100 gold pieces, whichever is best for you. So we'll see what happens there. If it has a magic item in its treasure, you will find 2 magic items instead. Interesting. So killing this guy and getting out victorious allows me additionally to roll for a Twisted Horde item. So, yeah. What do we got here? This guy has 2... Oh man, he's got 2 rolls on the treasure table. I definitely like that. I need to roll a d6 to determine its powers. Okay. Okay, I rolled a 3, so that... Oh, wow! I can't believe it, he has no powers. Wow, what else could have happened here? On a 4, he has Evil Eye. All heroes must save versus level 4 before the fight, or be at -1 on all defense rolls until the Chaos Lord is slain. That would have sucked. Energy Drain. Heroes wounded by the Chaos Lord must save versus level 4, or lose 1 level. Oh my gosh. That would have been... Oh, I would have been horrified by that. 6, Hellfire Blast. Before combat, all heroes must save versus level 6 or lose 2 life. Clerics add a half level to this roll. Yeah, that would be something kind of cool. Maybe, well, I guess my cleric... See, before I was talking about how I thought that my cleric should have he should be able to add his level when he's attacking demons, not just the undead. And their clerics add 1/2 level to this save against this... maybe I should start incorporating that in general. Just like whenever they're against a chaotic or a demon character or monster, they get to add half their level to any saves related to that being. I don't know. When you kill a Chaos Lord, roll a d6. On a 5 through 6, you gain 1 clue, so that's cool. We're not even dealing with his reactions, because he's just going to fight to the death. Excuse me. Okay. Well, I guess I'm so glad he doesn't have any powers. Those 4 attacks, man. Here they come. So the dwarf is going to attack first. No particular bonus against this thing. Let's get it started. Did he actually hit him? Let's see. His levels. Oh no, his levels 5. Oh, 5 plus 1 is 6. So plus 4, that is 10. Yes. So he gets 1 hit on him. Unbelievably. Nice, dwarf. Okay, cleric. All he has left is a blessing. What is this terror skull that I got at the mage tower? I need to look that up. I don't think it's going to be useful. It probably has to do with checking morale or something. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's, yeah, single use, usable before combat begins on minions with a max level of 9. So I should really start using this next opportunity because these guys are only going to increase in their levels as my guys do. I might have talked about this before in a previous stream of this game, but I've got mixed feelings about the scaling levels. It seems like a system that the game did not have right away, but then adopted at some point. And so some monsters just have static levels, and some monsters use the HCL system, highest character level. That's what it's based on. I've been modifying that in my playthrough because that feels just a little bit unfair or a little bit inappropriate, maybe is the better word. so that it's average character level, that I use instead. But that means that, when you conceivably build up your guys to these epic level heroes, they're still kind of, if you have vermin rats that are using the HCL system, or, maybe it won't be rats, but something else that's a little vermin type thing that, in D&D you'd be like, you just ignore these once your character's at level 10. They're nothing, Then, I don't know. So, I think what I'm going to try and do is approach it thematically, like still use the scaling system, but just start kind of putting away in my box or whatever, wherever, enemies that just thematically feel like they're lower level enemies, just so I stop running into them and at least feel thematically like I'm facing ever stronger enemies, Yeah, that's one thing that I like in RPGs is not facing scaling enemies, so that you have that experience of grinding and getting stronger and going back and fighting those guys again and being able to defeat them or being able to just obliterate them, whereas before they were a really big threat. So, anyway. Okay, I totally lost my train of thought. We did one hit. The cleric hasn't attacked yet, I don't think. No, cleric has not attacked. So here we go, cleric. That is not going to hit for sure. Okay, rogue and wizard, I think, are still kind of just getting their stuff in order. So they're not in combat yet. So now it is the dreaded Chaos Lord's turn. The first turn, gosh, does he have to attack the guys in the front row? Or can he now attack anybody? I think either way, I choose who he attacks. So I'm just going to have him probably attack the barbarian or the cleric. Hey, Nicholas Pavilonis and Stephen Cornegay, who both say good morning, good morning. Well, good morning to you both. Thanks for coming out and jumping in the chat. In the middle of or just starting really, the final boss fight of this dungeon. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I will have him attack the cleric, because the cleric has better defense than the dwarf, which feels a little backwards. And yeah, I really want to get some kind of a better tank than the dwarf really is at this point. And the cleric also has more hit points. So yeah, here goes against the cleric. That is not going to do it. So, oh, wait a minute, but there's... How many of these attacks? I got 3 more. I can't just roll once, Pater. You can't just roll once. Let's just have him attack all 4 on the cleric. So here's the other 3. Oh my gosh. So he's hit by all 4 of these. Yeah, does he do any extra damage or anything? I don't think he does. He just gets an extra attack. But crap, that is instantly, my cleric is down 4. Ouch. Ouch. So now I'm going to be dividing up those attacks a lot more. We've got to kill this guy super quick. Oh my gosh. Well, now, at least, the rogue and the wizard get their turns. Let's see. Does the rogue get the rogue gets some advantage when outnumbering enemies, but I can't remember if it applies also to bosses. I think it totally should. Oh no, it's just an outnumbered minion. You know, if the party is more numerous than a group of minions. That sucks. Maybe when they get to, like, the next tier up, I'll find out that he can do that against bosses. Right now, I'll let it go, I guess. But yeah, he's gonna at least try to attack. He's basically gonna need an exploding 6 to even hope to do anything, which he does not get, so that's a miss. The wizard. Do we have any lightning spells left? We've got 1 lightning bolt. So, I mean, this is the time. This is the time. Let's refresh my memory on how that one works. This spell works like an attack roll. The wizard adds his level to the roll. Against a group of minions, the spell will kill just 1. If it hits against a boss, it inflicts 2 life points. That's right. So it's 2 damage if it hits. I need to get a 9 once modified. Here we go. Yes! Yes! Alright, so the lightning bolt hits. And that's 2 more. So he's got 2 health left, but man. What do I have left for Eldorast's next turn? I guess he's got 1 more fireball spell, but that's only guaranteed to do a 1 point of damage when you're against minions. It might not do any damage to this guy. But I've got 1 more of those. I've got... Gosh, can I use sleep against bosses? Let me see. This guy's not immune to sleep. And he's not, like, undead or anything, right? So he's not immune to sleep. Does not affect undead dragons and certain other monsters. Sleep will defeat 1 boss or D6 plus level minions if it hits. So yeah, I do have... I mean, that'll be the end of my sleep wand, which I'd rather not get rid of. Oh, I have a scroll. I have a scroll. Okay. Alright, well, anyway. The Chaos Lord gets to attack now. I'm going to have the first do 2 attacks against the dwarf. We'll see how that goes. Excuse me. Stephen Cornegay asks, what tile set are you using? These tiles are from Descent First Edition, and so what I've done, mostly for streaming, but I keep this kind of set up at this table in my office for months even between streaming this game. And so I have it set up for myself as well. So I just made a collection of tiles that together represent a room, and then I made another collection that represents a corridor, just so that I have some kind of a visual aid to look at when I'm streaming, but then also to look at myself, just to kind of remind me, okay, they're in a corridor, so corridor rules apply. And then also to have a space where I can adjust their positioning, because I need to remember to do that. Otherwise, my guys will be, attacked from behind, things like that. So, but yeah, it's a pretty basic tiles, nothing really fancy, from Descent First Edition. Okay, so first attack against the dwarf, or 2 attacks. Oh my gosh. Okay, so he takes them both, and he's down to 3. And now the other 2 against the cleric. He also takes 2. He only has 1 healing potion, so I really should have been directing all these attacks at this point against the dwarf. That maybe wasn't too smart. Okay, so cleric now is down to 2. Alright, let's see if we can take him out this round. I really don't want to lose any of these guys. I mean, yes, I guess I could pay for resurrection, but rather not. That's pricey. All right, here we go, dwarf. Give me an exploding 6. That'd be awesome. We got a 5, but that'll hit. That'll hit. So that will do 1 damage, which means he only has 1 health left. All right, cleric. Exploding 6. Do it. No. Rogue, how about you? You got a 6 in there somewhere? He does not. Man, it rolled for a little bit, gave me hope. I thought I saw just a flash of a 6. All right, and now the wizard. Do I want to burn that sleep scroll? He's only got 1 health left. I don't think I do. I don't think I do. I think I'll let him do an attack again and just have him do all of it against the dwarf, who's got 2 healing potions. So, yeah, the wizard, does he have something else he can use that... well, he has 1 more fireball spell. So why don't we do that? Because that he'll get back. I mean, we do still have to make it out of the dungeon, and so theoretically I might want to have a fireball spell on the way out. We're pretty deep in, too, so... no, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and see how things go. Because that fireball spell, if on the way out I run into a room that just has a bunch, like a large number of nasty minions, I'm going to want that sleep scroll. I'm going to want that fireball spell. So, hold in reserve, Elderast. But I have great power! You wish to see my power, yes? On the way out. On the way out, Grandpa. Okay, so we're just gonna skip Elderast's turn. Here comes the Chaos Lord's attacks. We're gonna do all 4 on the dwarf. Let's see if I regret this. Thanks, Nicholas. Who puts an explosion symbol and then 6. That's what I want to see. No, I mean, not right now. Well, the sixes don't explode for well, they do explode for defense, but I mean, I wouldn't need them right now. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Okay. For more chat about geek entertainment, answers to your questions, and news from the wider world of Christian geekery, get the Christian Geek Central podcast today on iTunes and other podcast services.